Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Welcome to our Innovative Entrepreneur Accelerator, 90 to a Million. Really, really excited to have you all here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your interest in the Innovative Entrepreneur Accelerator. What if? That is a question that has been on my mind a lot the last few years. I watched an ABC primetime news report that was given in 2005, that aired in 2005, and I was found it online in 2009. And the first question that hit my brain when it was done is, what if? What if this is real? And what if the technology that this scientist has brought to us, that's a breakthrough technology, actually does what they think it might do? And that question was an important question for me as on the journey of the last few years, because I was lucky enough to find that technology and to start to use it and bring it into my life. And I saw how it changed people's lives, and I saw the results of this Nerf 2 break technology, and I hope that you are all on the webinar at 5 o'clock to learn about that. But we, excuse me for one moment, I'm going to mute this. Okay, so when I saw that technology, I was amazed, and I thought, what if this works? And what if people can change? And that's what happened. And then I started looking at it from a business opportunity. If something this powerful exists in the world and no one knows about it, what if I could be at the forefront of being able to help people learn about that technology? What does that mean for me? What does that mean for my family? And what does that mean for the people that I share this information with? And so we have, with this Entrepreneur Accelerator, a mission, and we have focused on this mission, and we're very excited about it. We did a test group that allowed us to prove a mindset and a strategy, or I should say test a mindset and a strategy and some action steps to help accelerate entrepreneurs in achieving success and in a 90-day focus. And we're very, very excited to welcome you all to this call so that we can discuss how that happens. The things that we focused on were mindset, strategy, and action. And in a few short days, 45 days, we had actually grown the sales of our group as entrepreneurs by 300%. And it was through simple actions of joining phone calls and supporting each other in this journey, so that we weren't doing it alone, and so that we could share ideas and our energy and our focus with each other. Let's start with mindset. So in order to make this work, we have to establish a proper mindset. And we do this by plugging in to the group. We get on calls in the morning motivator calls, and we have evening challenge calls where we focus on what we need to do and where we stay in the right mindset to allow us to achieve success. Then each week we have a weekly mentor training call with a short Q&A afterwards. And each of our mentors are successful business people who already have achieved success in different areas that will be able to give us their experience and their knowledge and their best tips for moving forward. And this can apply to many areas of our life, but we're applying this right now to a specific strategy. So as we talk about this strategy, it's important that we have a strategy that is easy, that other people can understand, that we can communicate clearly, and that we can replicate over and over. Yesterday on the launch call, I hope some of you were there, and one of the speakers, I believe it was Darius, he told us that you want a business that you can walk away from, or that it can keep working even when you're not there. And in order to do that, that's very difficult to accomplish in the most traditional business models. And I have run several businesses, and that has never happened for me. Robert Kiyosaki says in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the follow-up book that he wrote on how regular people are able to transition to that type of business, that direct sales is the easiest transition for most people to do that. And so we're very excited to talk about this business strategy. We're going to talk about leverage direct sales. And as we do this, we want to first learn a few things. So we want to learn the mindset, and we want to get our business kit. So we want to become part of a direct sales team who uses leverage as their business model. So I'm not talking about a home party here. I'm not talking about where you're going to sell a product and deliver it to a customer. That business model is a valid business model, and it is a business model that does not use leverage in the same sense that we're talking about. That business model uses your time, and you repeat that action over and over, and as long as you have time, that works well. We're talking about a leverage business model here, where you invest time in creating a group of people who find value in a product, and then they use that product every month without your interaction. But you still get paid for introducing them to the product and for the channel that you have established for product to be moved, because all business is built on the movement of a product or a service. And so that is the kind of business that we're talking about. In this case, we want to learn about the product in our first in the first few days of being part of this Entrepreneur Accelerator, and then we want to learn to sell. A lot of people have a fear of selling, and it stops them from doing many things that they do in their life. A lot of people have great ideas, and they never take them to market because they don't know how to sell. They don't know how to establish that kind of relationship with customers. And so we want to learn about those kinds of things, and that's what this accelerator is all about. The second thing we need to do is act. We have to implement what we've learned. Everyone knows that it's a great thing to exercise, but you're not going to have a great body unless you actually do it. And so we want to implement what's been learned, and we do that by building a customer base and then by finding a BrainShare team. Now, the BrainShare team is a team of 5 individuals who you mentor and help to do the same thing that you just did. This BrainShare team is very important because you can share ideas, you're going to help each other, and they are resellers of the product. They will go out and find 10 customers and then build their own BrainShare team, patterning what you just did in the first 14 days. And the third thing that we want to do is mentor and support that BrainShare group in repeating this process. And that's where we work on leadership skills that allow us to develop personal leadership. So the next thing that we want to talk about are these action steps that we just briefly discussed. They go in a cycle. For the purpose of this focus, and based on the test results that we had earlier this spring, we have found that if you focus intensely for 14 days and find 10 customers, learn to sell, find to receive the product that we have chosen. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then in the second week, you put together your BrainShare team. From there on out, you will be mentoring those people to do the exact same thing and supporting the team as it grows. So it's a cycle. You do the cycle once, and you help other people to repeat the cycle. So the first week, we will find 10 customers who want to use ProTandem via a monthly auto ship. This product is amazing. It has 8 patents, 16 peer-reviewed studies. It is breakthrough technology. There is no competition. ABC News has done a news report on it. So the easiest way to find your customers, in my experience, is to ask people to watch the ABC News report at www.abclivet.com. If you do this, many people will have questions. As soon as that's done, we ask people what they liked about it, and then we ask them if they would like to try the product. It costs less than $50 a month. It's shipped to your door. The company that sells the product, LifeVantage, we sell the product, I should say the company that provides the product, ships the product to the customer, so you do not deliver it. They have a customer service team that answers questions of your customers, so you do not have to answer their questions. They have a team that pays the sales tax, so you do not have to file quarterly sales taxes, and they send you a check for each bottle that moves through your established team or group of people, customers, and they send you a statement at the end of the year for your tax purposes telling you how much money you made that year with this company. And so it's really easy. It's the easiest business model in the world, as long as you are willing to share the information. So it's a really great product. It does something that nothing can do to this level of effectiveness, and it works in all mammals. So people are mammals, but not snakes. All right. Then we will go to week 2 and we'll create our brain share group of 5 entrepreneur resellers. So these are 5 people that want to do what you just did. Find 10 customers and find 5 more people that want to spread the word. A lot of people are funny. They love this product and they will say things like, I'd love to share this information. I want it to spread. I'm just going to tell everyone I know, which is fabulous, and we'd love you to do that. But the easiest and fastest way to spread information is to find other people who will help you spread that information. So if we really believe, and we should, rightly so, that this product is the most important supplement that a human can take on the planet, and I've made that statement to many medical professionals and no one has ever challenged it, then our best approach would be to find 5 other people to help us share, 5 or more other people. But for the case of this study, we'd like to find 5 other people who would help us spread the information. As we do that, we help these people to share information and do this exact same thing we just finished doing the week before. So it creates this really beautiful cycle of support and teamwork and energy that is positive and exciting. From there on out, for the rest of the 90 days, you will be supporting the people in your brain share group as they learn to become leaders, they learn about the products, and they learn to create a brain share group. Then we maintain that focus for 90 days. When we do that, there is great power in the numbers. We all know that there's power in numbers. If I worked 24 hours a day without sleep, I would still only have worked 24 hours. But if each of 25 people you know just pitch in for 1 hour a day, we've now worked more hours than a single person can do in a whole day without sleeping. How does that apply to this? Well, if you were to go out and find your 10 customers and then find your brain share group of 5 people, and the next week those people did the same thing, and the week after they found their 5 brain share people, we now have 30 people that would be working, and if each of us only worked an hour a day, we would be at 30 hours, which is much more than a single person can do themselves. So it's really exciting as you start to follow these numbers through, and that's only in the first couple of weeks. As we move to the next week, we realize that the numbers start to grow significantly, kind of like compound interest. And as long as we all are dedicated and extremely focused in following the 2-week cycles, we would achieve the large number of sales that you see on this slide. Now, this is not a guarantee, and of course we all have to focus to do that. And if you notice on the bottom line, I've only used $40, which is the cost of a bottle of Protandim. If you were on the seminar earlier today, or the webinar, you learned that this company offers the same technology in an amazing skincare line, which retails for $160 and was created by the woman, the formulator who launched Strivectin, which is the world's best-selling skin anti-aging cream. She formulated the True Science skincare line with Nerve 2 technology, and it has some of the best numbers in the industry. We're very, very excited about that. That would 4 times the numbers that you see on the screen if you were selling that product. So you have an option to sell other products as well, which would, of course, increase your sales and would be savvy as far as business goes. So what do we know? We know that people who like things share that information. We know that if you go to the movies and you love the movie, you'll walk out of the theater and tell a bunch of your friends, go see that movie. There is nothing different about talking about this product and this business opportunity. There is a way for us to spread one of the most valuable products on the planet, and there is a way for us to be financially compensated using leveraged direct sales, which is an extremely powerful business model, and it's a really fun business model to work in. You get to decide your actions, you get to decide the speed of your growth, and you get to decide how you want to build that business, and you only have to invite people you like. I always laugh because I have this rule of thumb. If I don't want to go on vacation with them, I don't invite them to take a look at this business, because it's an amazing business that really allows us to grow as a person, to grow as a leader, and to share that information with other people. And so there's an immense opportunity with this program, because we have been so lucky that we get to test the 90 days to a million under the auspicious guidance of Dr. Barclay Burns, the entrepreneurship professor at the University of Utah. And he listened into our test calls and taught me a lot about complementary personalities. And so as we move forward in this case study and we make history with the efforts of the people that are in our group, and as those efforts expand and bless lives and create amazing entrepreneurs in our country, which, if you looked at those numbers, we can have a huge impact during the next 90 days. This chance is something that that does not come around often. It's never been studied, as far as we know, in this pattern before, and we're very, very excited about your pending participation in this case study. So we hope that you have enjoyed this presentation. I would love for you to get with the person who invited you here, ask questions. I will be on the conference call for the next half hour, and we will be answering any questions that you have, and we have some great information to share with you regarding the products, but also regarding the business and how to keep your focus. And we have morning motivator calls and evening motivator calls so that you can stay focused. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here tonight, and we will see you on the conference call if you have questions. Thanks so much.